This is how and when Nigeria will end. Anybody who hear this message now, most especially those zoo Fulanis, they will tell you, never, we go nowhere. We are better off one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, Ndara. Anyway, let us listen to this. Our brother, the excellent, the analyst, have a lot of things to say on how Nigeria and when Nigeria is going to break into pieces. In fact, I am not seeing the existence of Nigeria till 2030 because it has been predicted long time ago that Nigeria is going to break into pieces by 2030 by American analysts and also a soldier and also a political commentator who have read the handwriting on the wall and understand that Nigeria is going nowhere. So let us listen to this, our brother. There shall be kind of a room for interjection if the needs arises. So please, in case I interjected, do not get angry on me because here to make sure that whatever message I'm bringing to you is authentic, the truth, and nothing but the truth. So whenever I interjected, maybe there is a mistake from the person whom we are watching or we are hearing from, and if you make any mistake, I will interject and also make a correction there. So that is why it is necessary by writing on videos of people, it will make, at least it will help us to be making some corrections, and the people are also reacting to my own videos as well. So if there's any mistake I make there, I saw them always correct me either on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, and also on X. I'm seeing my videos every day. People are reacting to my videos, and that is the kind of template of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu will make videos and tell you there is nothing like copyright. Share the video, let it go viral. That is the only way we can achieve our aim. So my videos and the videos of people I'm reacting to, my brother. If you have chance to react to any of my videos, I don't do any copyright. Even if YouTube will come to me on Facebook or whatever, somebody is using your content, my brother, I will give the person Nike, go ahead order. So please, we are reacting to videos on daily basis, and also we make our own videos as well, because reactions is what makes some videos meaningful. Because sometimes when you watch some videos, you might not understand the beginning and the end of it. I don't take your time already. I beg, mother, forgive me. Let us listen to this, our brother, and then we'll come back here for more discussion. Like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Follow us on all our social media handles.
There is a very popular saying that says that anything that has a beginning has an end. Oh yes, and that is why in the whole universe, it is only God that does not have an end, because it doesn't have a beginning. And that is why we call it the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Yes, it is only God that does not have an end, because it doesn't have a beginning. Aside from God, any other thing that has a beginning has an end. Please, I beg you to stay with me, because we've gotten another interesting news that will interest you. Today is the third day of now. I'm very sure that most of us know this man. His name is Jennifer Otimi. He is a Nigerian law expert. Some people call him a journalist. Now, this man has written so many books. But in the book, he wrote...
some people must have this perception. I'm bringing Nigerian news to you. No. Why it is very important you listen to this message, because it talks about the beginning and the end of Nigeria. Nigeria begins without anybody's notice, and it's going to end soon. So the ending of Nigeria is a profit and win-win for Biafran. So do not even look at this message, or rather you watch this message with a kind of a narrow-minded. No, please open your mind and watch this video. You will understand the reason why you need to watch it, because it is to the benefit of Biafrans that Nigeria collapses. So our brother here is making very effrontery kind of his efforts to make sure that they explain the message to the best of our knowledge and to the understanding of anyone who cares to understand. So please, let us continue listening to him and do the needful, please.
He titled it The Beginning of the End of Nigeria. Yes, you have me right. One of the chapters of the book, he titled it The Beginning of the End of Nigeria. Now, he went for an interview and they asked him, "Sir, what do you mean by the beginning of the end of Nigeria? Are you trying to say that Nigeria is trying to come to an end?" He laughed, and after laughing, if you hear what this man said, I wouldn't say, I will allow you to hear it from the horse's mouth. Just briefly, before I come back to give you another interesting story about this. Please, listen to him carefully, then I will come back.
I like the title of chapter 7, The Beginning of the End. Now you tend to make that point in all the books, that we are approaching the end. Is the end the revolution?
Look, whether Nigerians run away from it from now to kingdom come, the reality is that in the absence of the revolution, Nigeria will implode. It is inevitable. It's just a matter of time. When the rolling stone keep rolling, at some point it will come to a stop. Every rolling stone gathers more than stop. The Nigerian situation is unsustainable. The point of implosion or revolution is in front of us. In front. He is right there in front. We're almost there. Almost there. The last opportunity for a peaceful transition was in 2023 and is already lost. That's just the truth. The last opportunity for a peaceful transition of power was in 2023. It's lost.
So there was a peaceful transition.
Well, no, that was what you saw was an hijack of power. And the constitution was suspended in order to install the person in office today. And you know,
I hope you heard him clearly. Now, on this same channel that he was interviewed, the former Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, granted interview just a couple of weeks ago. And they asked him a lot of questions. They asked him questions about Mazen Nnamdi. They asked him questions about why they closed Twitter. Because, it was during Buhari's tenure that they closed down Twitter in Nigeria for some months. Right? He was the Minister of Information then. So they asked him, why did you guys close Twitter? And finally, they asked him, why did you people commit murder in Lekki Toll Gate? It was during their tenure, their regime, that they committed that atrocity in Lekki Toll Gate. October 2020. Did you know what he said? Please, I'll just allow you to listen to him, just like 20 seconds. Then I'll come back to tell you the interesting thing about this. Please, listen to what he said when they asked him about Lekki Toll Gate.
Did the government you represented massacre people at Lekki in October 2020?
No.
Are you sure?
It's a bit. No.
The soldiers not kill protesters
It's a bit. No.
at Lekki Toll Gate?
It's a bit. No. So if you go to page 427, you're correct. If you go to a massacre without bodies,
Yes, 427. Fensat, a massacre without bodies. What happened to the bodies?
Kawana, despite all the conspiracy theories, because there can't be bodies, there's no massacre.
They were soldiers there.
Yes.
Now, this is the same question they asked him. They asked this man, Dele Paroti. Do you know what Dele said? Hey, Jesus, please, I wouldn't talk. I will allow you now to please listen to Dele Paroti. After listening to him, then you will know which one to follow. Please, I beg you to spend just a little time and listen to him, because in this video, he made one of the most, expensive, expositions that even most politicians wouldn't say. But of course, we have always known him as a fearless soldier. So please, listen to him, then you do well to drop a comment in the comment section what you think, because what he said, I wouldn't talk earlier. Listen to him.
Like the title of chapter 7, the beginning of the end. Now we tend to make that point in all the books. Now we are approaching the end. Is the end the revolution? Look, whether
Don't look at money now. Seriously.
whether Nigerians run away from it from now to kingdom come, the reality is that in the absence of a revolution, Nigeria will implode. It is inevitable. It's just a matter of time. When the rolling stone keep rolling, at some point they'll come to a stop. Every rolling stone gathers more than stop. The Nigerian situation is unsustainable. The point of implosion or revolution is in front of us.
in front.
He is right there. We're almost there. Almost there. The last opportunity for a peaceful transition was in 2023. It is already lost. That's just the truth. The last opportunity for a peaceful transition of power was in 2023. It's lost.
So there was a peaceful transition.
Well, no, that was what you saw was an hijack of power. And the constitution was suspended in order to install the person in office today. And you mean every rule that were meant to have been kept in the process leading up to the election, governing the election and the installation of the president, were observed more in breach than in observance. From INEC, which compromised the entire electoral process, sabotaged his own efforts, to the courts, who ignored clear rules and relied on technicalities in order to install a person in office. They killed that lie of Decree 24 of 1999. They killed it finally.
But technicality is law.
You see, technicality is law, yes, but technicalities do not promote justice and it does not build countries.
Are you saying Bola Tinubu did not win the 2023 election?
I say that without any hesitation. He knows it. Yakubu knows it. You see, if I will answer that question, it will be subjective. And the subjective answer will be Peter Obi. I worked on that campaign and I know as a fact that he won the majority vote at the highest number of states. But you have a situation today, and that is the tragedy of Nigeria. I'm coming there. You have a situation today, and that's the actual tragedy of Nigeria, where INEC cannot tell you how it arrived at announcing Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. It can't give you any results to back up his declaration. What I have said to you comes out of the situation room, the presidential election situation room, for which I was a part. We had reports that came in from different states. And I know enough to know that even though he didn't make enough to have won on the first ballot, he won more states than any other person. I think he won the total of 21 or 22 states.
Obi? Yes. From your situation?
Yes. Even the PDP, INEC doesn't have any portal to show you. Is it the portal where they are uploading all kind of madness? Or is it the ones where you can't even read the form EC88 that they are typed and written, overwritten, all kind of script? Even that script, why could not collect that script from the students? That's what INEC is using, and you cannot even intelligently collate to say 2 plus 2, this is how we arrived at our 4. Election that was being, the result was being declared in the middle of the night, and then you heard the crooked Mahmoud saying without shame, go to court. When you hear a thief inviting you to go to court, you can be sure that his father
for his core accomplice is the one waiting for you in that court. So you should be happy to go to court. That's why you are a lawyer.
Even in the years of my practice, and don't libel me, I'm not a lawyer. I left that ignoble profession when I turned 50.
No, you read law.
I read law.
You went to law school.
Yes.
And you resigned for practice.
Long before I even was called to the bar, I made clear that when I turned 50, I would leave.
So you resigned for practice completely. So does that mean you're no longer a lawyer?
I am not a lawyer in practice. I read law. I have all the qualifications to be a lawyer. But today, as I speak with you, I do not have the right of audience in the court because I'm not licensed. I'm not paying my practicing fee. I refuse to pay it. If I'm not paying my practicing fee, how do I go in front of the judge and announce my appearance? You get it now? I read law. That I read Christian religious knowledge does not make me a pastor. I read law. I sleep in the garage, I don't become a car. So I read law, and I practiced as a lawyer for a season. Without prejudice to the state of practice of law in Nigeria, because it didn't become like this overnight, because like this before I became a lawyer. It just wasn't perhaps this endemic, but the madness was always here. So it's not like I'm saying that it's because things got bad that I now left the practice of law. As romantic as that would sound, it would be a lie. I had said to everybody's hearing since I was in the university that once I turned 50, I was going to go do something else with my life.
Do you know who you are?
Oh yes, I know exactly who I am.
Why did you run for the position of student union president of NASU?
There was a need at the time. There was a need.
What were the need?
I was a critic for a long time in NASU, pretty much like this one now. I spoke to the heels of the environment I found myself in, and nothing changed.
Were you punished at any time? In NASU?
Oh, I didn't. I did things that deserved punishment.
Will they let you go?
Oh, the university rusticated me for a semester when I was reading English language and linguistics. But by the time I was reading law, I became a model student who wouldn't even look for any trouble. As the student union president, I had the cooperation of students and even the university administration. I never had any problem with the university administration. Every issue we had, we resolved with dialogue.
You were calm.
I've always been calm. I still am.
I used to come.
Oh, very well.
You are angry.
I'm a creature of reason. I may be angry, and there is every reason to be angry with the madness of our country. But in being angry, I never use my head. I use my anger productively. I am at my most lucid when I'm angry.
So you people can clearly understand with me, or rather agree with me, that a Dele to me is really a man after God's heart. And let me just use that word. He's a man after God's heart, because this man can speak about the ingenuity of the so-called Nigerian government. And my happiness in all these things is that this contraction of a country will surely come to an end. Okay, let me just read one or two comments and then we'll round up. According to Emeka Anyoku Hyacinth, also a man of unquantifiable wisdom, that is a Dele to me. Chijoke Ebulu said, this man is an embodiment of wisdom. I love him. May God keep him for us, because he always stands on the truth. Christopher Nwoko, they said, that man, the most truthful man in Nigeria. I've never seen anyone like him before. You are one of the men I respect so much, as long as this politicking or politipping of Nigeria is concerned. Okay, Marvin said, I enjoy watching him always. So my people, I think here we will take back break. More of these videos is coming your doorstep. But just make sure you keep following this channel, because now here we're going to speak everything the way it is, clear. So we don't propagate and we don't pass false information. Bye.